The MSc Conservation is an interdisciplinary degree which really combines very nicely aspects of natural science and social science, which really sets it apart from many other degrees in the area. So it really teaches students not only the kind of scientific basis, natural sciences related to conservation, so how ecosystems work, what the main ecological problems are potentially invasive species and how to manage them, and other aspects, climate change for instance, but it also teaches how we can manage protected areas. There is a lot of kind of what do you do to protect the environment, to protect biodiversity. We obviously have field class elements as well, where we kind of go out in the field and study different environments, but also bring in conservation professionals to talk to us and describe how they manage the environment and also what the key aspects are of their jobs. The main field class in the first term, which all students go to, is to Norfolk coast, where we explore a wide range of different habitats. So we have one day on salt marsh vegetation. We cover marine environments generally, kind of coastline environments on the second day, where we go to Blackened Point. We start with salt marsh plants, for instance, and look at their distribution in the salt marsh environment, what that can tell us. We look at ponds in agricultural landscapes. They're all in biodiversity conservation, how they can be managed and need to be managed in order to provide kind of maximum biodiversity output. The teaching is really varied across the course. So apart from the field classes, it's kind of lectures traditional, but also lots of seminars. There are lots of computer practicals, partly also in flipped classroom setting where a lot of the content is recorded. So it really is a wide range of different approaches we use in the teaching. The assessment is equally varied. We have, for instance, one assessment which is a group brochure. Students are tasked to write a research proposal. For instance, another module is assessed by a scientific paper. It really is very, very broad, so anything relating to conservation goes. The behavior of dogs in protected areas or dog walkers' attitudes towards conservation, to really kind of how to manage certain species, protected species, and the threats they face. Distribution of threatened species, how we can manage them, monitor them. So we have quite a lot of dissertations also on governance issues in relation to protected areas. So how can we actually manage and protect species, but also how we can protect habitats and ecosystems, landscape conservation. But we also have quite ecological kind of dissertations on looking at just biodiversity patterns in different habitats, how they vary, for instance, between different forest types, different types of agricultural practices, and how we can improve these practices then to really secure kind of biodiversity conservation outcomes. So we have graduates who work, for instance, in NGOs, adult education programs. We have lots of students also going on to work in academia. So for instance, lots of students work in research, PhDs, etc. The ZSL, the Zoological Society in London, obviously, also takes some of our graduates, also really kind of applied conservation. So quite a few of our students become rangers, for instance, in protected areas.